So, as we reached day 5, we visited our first Universal Park, Universal Studios. As we looked through Virgin, we got as a perk we were allowed we were allowed to go into the parks, the 2 Universal parks, an hour before they opened to the general public, to have an hour in the Harry Potter attraction. So this was like exclusive for people who booked through Virgin. You get to go in at 8, and then the park opens to everybody else at 9. So, like, you're only allowed to go into the Harry Potter section. So there's workers like guiding you the way that you all need to go. So you walk past London, then into the next bit, into King's Cross, and then through to Diagon Alley. You can obviously do what you want in Diagon Alley, but you can do that all day long, whereas the queue for the Gringotts ride gets quite massive as the day goes on, so a lot of people use their free hour to go straight onto the ride because the queue is really short, and that's what we did. I didn't film the ride obviously because I've never ridden it before, so I wanted to experience it properly. It was a great walk through. It's good that there's barely any people there, because you get to just take your time and see everything without the huge crowd that build up later on in the day, because the crowds do really build up. As it's a newly opened attraction, everybody just goes straight for that. The Gringotts ride was up there with it was my favourite ride out of all the Disney and Universal parks and Busch Gardens that we went to. It was just really good. Heard the dragon start growling, from watching the Tim Tracker vlogs and stuff like that. We know that meant that it was about to breathe the fire. There you go. It was very sunny, so the fire didn't show up very well, but it was there. Then as we came out of that, it was about 15 minutes until the park properly opened. So we went to Transformers. This was a really good queue. So you're walking through and they've got like all these, I don't know if they're fake or actual ones, but they're like prop kind of things from the film. It's like interactive things. Obviously, if you're going to be queuing there for a long time, we didn't need to spend our time doing it. But when you're like in the queue and you're just standing there, there's a lot of interactive things like pushing buttons, and like you can play games in the queue and things like that. The Autobots cannot protect you. They were defeated on our world, and we will defeat them here. What Megatron? Look at such a humor. You have always wanted that Autobot. I believe you can too. Universal Studios was my favourite park of all the parks we visited. Seemed very not grown up or mature, but very kind of cartoony sort of. It just felt like a really cool place to be. Like when you go to Magic Kingdom, and obviously the main experience is that it's a magical place. When you're here, it feels like very cool. So now we are in the Simpsons area, which is basically the park is set up. There is a big stretch of water in the middle, and then all different lands, and then like ride attractions are spread out around the edge of it. Once you come out of Harry Potter, you walk past Men in Black, and then you get to Simpsons, which is where we are here. So the path is like the Simpsons Road. It's a bit further down, you get Chief Wiggum, and he's crashed into a fire hydrant, and it's spewing water out. So it's like interactive as well. It seems like you're actually there, and they did a really good job of it. One thing that was worth pointing out at Universal, every land, like for example The Simpsons here and Diagon Alley, they are like absolutely perfect. There is no flaws. And it's crazy because like you're in Diagon Alley, and because it's so perfect, it's like you are there, you're actually there, and then you come out and then you're straight into The Simpsons, and it's hard to like get your mind around it that it's a fake place, you know what I mean?
Chief Wiggs.
You'll see Chief Wiggum with this camera sort of being blurry. There he is. There's a lot of stuff to look at here in the Simpsons park.
Oh, yes.
Later on in the day, as you saw just back then, tried to break into Moe's, wasn't open. We came back later on in the day. We went to there's like a food court that has Cletus's Chicken Shack, the Krusty Burger there, and there's another one, I can't remember where it was. And then you can sit in either the big seated area, or you can just go through this door, and that takes you to Moe's, which is where we are next. Set out exactly as you would imagine Moe's was, apart from they've put dining tables down, obviously. They have a TV up in the top corner, that just plays Simpsons clips, and the food is really good as well. This guy's head is just incredible. I love the little crease. It shows that he's a real man. He's got a neck crease. Well, obviously at the time I didn't realise the big man's head was right in the middle, but this show was very funny. So this is the queue for the Shrek ride. Massive storm hit, so we like ran under the nearest shelter, and then that happened to be this ride, so we just figured we might as well go on it. These also have that TV just then, just playing Shrek as you're queuing up for the ride. You can see the rain there. After that, we went for tea. We ate at the Leaky Cauldron. Yep, we did. Quickest service I've ever known. We literally sat down, and we were sat down for 5 seconds from ordering at the counter to sitting down on the table, and then the food came. It was crazy, and it tasted incredible as well. So that place is worth a visit. Don't know if it's already happened, but I know that Leaky Cauldron was up for best. I think it might be either best restaurant or best quick service restaurant in the Orlando or in the Florida parks. So that was up for best restaurant at this award. I can't remember what award it was. But if it hasn't already been awarded, you should vote because it was exceptional. And then the rain stopped, so we got to see the parade. This was such a good parade. The people interacted with the crowd a lot. It was really fun.
Rocket.